Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Now today's video, Luton have signed a player in the January transfer window, and he goes by the name of Tom Holmes from Reading. He is a 23-year-old defender, and we've actually sent him back on loan to Reading to finish off the current season. Now, if you guys didn't know, Reading Football Club have been going under, well, and it has been happening for quite a while now, poor ownership off the field and so much activity off the field that it's now impacting them on the pitch. In fact, it's been impacting them on the pitch for the last 18 months or so, potentially even longer than that. But it's impacting them even more now because their best players currently are obviously leaving probably on a cheap. We've probably got Tom Holmes on a cheap, which is obviously good for Luton, but not good for Reading. And their fans want their club back. If you guys remember, we had this similar situation where we wanted our club back, and we went from Championship, obviously, all the way to non-league. Reading Football Club are trying, hopefully, not to do that. But it's not looking good for Reading, and they need to get rid of their current owner ASAP, basically. But at least we've allowed them to keep their captain, Tom Holmes, for the rest of the season. Now, what do we know about Tom Holmes? He is a very non-nonsense centre-half. I remember when he played against us when we were in the Championship, and I thought he was always a standout for me. Every time I watched Reading play, he was one of the many standouts. Him and Swift, every time I watched them, were the two standout players. So I'm really happy that we've managed to bring him in. I always like players that stand out in games, and if we end up signing him, I always think, that name rings a bell, and Tom is definitely one of those players. 23 years old, he's still got plenty of years left of development. He can also play on the right, and I do think he can play across the whole back line. And in a system where you're playing three at the back, having a player like that is quite useful who can play in all three roles. So really looking forward to seeing him in a Luton shirt, but obviously we do have to wait until the summer, whether that be as a Championship side or as a Premier League side. If it is as a Championship side, then he's got over 100 appearances at Championship level, which is really key. And what's also key is he's Reading's captain. So being Reading's captain, he's got leadership qualities, he's got a good attitude, and you're bringing that into a football club which has plenty of leadership skills, good attitudes. It's the perfect fit almost. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him play in a Luton shirt probably next season. But yeah, he's going to finish off his current season off at Reading and obviously try and help them stay up in League One. Obviously, lots of things are going on at the moment there, but hopefully his playing side of things doesn't get too affected because he's now our player. Also, we are linked with another Reading player. We are probably taking full advantage of Reading being in this awkward financial situation. It happened to us when we were going through it. I remember our top quality players going on a cheap to elsewhere. It happens. Football just goes round in circles. I feel like next season we'll be talking about another club that are going under the same situation with bad owners. It's just going to keep happening until majority of these owners decide to leave. But if that will ever happen, I'm not too sure. And that player which we're also linked with is Nelson Abbey. Now there's a few rumours going around that we were linked with him. Now we're not. He's apparently turned us down. So I don't know what the current situation is with that. But he is another Reading Academy prospect. Who knows if we bring him in. Apparently the Reading fans, from what I've read, rate him highly. More highly rated than Tom Holmes. But it is what it is. If he doesn't want to join us and he wants to stay at Reading Football Club, then fair play to him. Or if he's waiting for another move, then so be it. That's his choice, that's his playing career. But yeah, we're also linked with him, and he's younger, he's 20 years old, and yeah, who knows what could potentially happen. But right now we have signed Tom Holmes, but we're not going to see him in a Luton shirt this season. We will see him next year. I'm looking forward to, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing him play, but we do need a centre half now, really, don't we? I've been very vocal on that. I think if we don't bring one in before the transfer window ends, I'll be very disappointed because I feel like we are one or two players away from staying up in the Premier League. But that's down to the club. I still expect more business to be done. I'd be surprised if we don't. But yeah, onwards and upwards is what I say. But I am quite happy with this signing. He fits the mould. He fits everything which Luton Town look for in terms of recruitment. And yeah, I think next season we will see a really good player. And if we do become a Championship club, then perfect. He'll probably go straight right into our team. If we stay as a Premier League team, there may be, you know, some development before he gets thrown straight in. But, you know, we have to wait and see. Luton always surprise me. Players always surprise me. And yeah, onwards and upwards from here. But those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section of the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next video.